In this training, we will explain the process that attorneys and law firms can take to request a mediation with the Workers' Compensation Appeal Board. Mediation requests will begin being accepted by the WCAB starting early in 2025. Now, why might a party wish to pursue mediation? If parties believe that they can resolve all or part of the appeal or WCAB petition, they may choose to request a mediation. And lastly, what is the benefit of choosing a mediation? Mediation may shorten the appeal or WCAB process within terms acceptable to all parties. First, we'll begin with the process required to request a mediation. This process begins on the Request tab of the Appeal Summary or WCAB Petition Summary. From the Request Type drop-down menu, you would select Mediation and then press the Continue button. This will display the File Request screen. Here, you'll fill in all fields that display in white. That includes selecting the party for whom you are filing on behalf of, as well as providing a reason for filing the request. The checkbox must be checked indicating that at least one other party agrees to the mediation. Please note, the filer is responsible for first confirming that another party agrees to the mediation. When all fields are filled, press the Submit button. Once the request has been submitted, a confirmation screen will display. If you wish, you can press the Return to Request tab button to review the submitted request. WCAB staff will then review the mediation request and either accept or reject the request. Now, we'll have a demonstration in WCAIS to show these steps we just laid out. In order to submit a mediation request, begin by navigating to the Appeal or WCAB petition. I'll start by entering the appeal case number and press the search icon. Once the appropriate appeal or WCAB petition has been found, press the View Appeal Summary link. Next, navigate to the Request tab. And next on the Request tab, select the request type of mediation. Then press the Continue button. Now you'll view the File Request screen. You'll need to select the party on whose behalf you are filing the request and enter a reason for the request. And then select the check mark to indicate that at least one other party agrees to mediate the case. Once all fields have been completed, press the Submit button. A confirmation screen will display once your request has been successfully submitted. If you wish, you can press the Return to Request tab in order to view the request that you just submitted. And now we'll return to the presentation to go through some additional steps of the mediation process. If staff accept the request, parties will receive a correspondence requesting that they submit mediation statements. The correspondence will explain the steps to submit the mediation statement in WCAIS, but we will also walk through those steps in this training. Also, the correspondence will describe what should be included in your mediation statement. It should be no longer than 2 single-spaced pages, and the content of the statement should include the party's position on the disputed and undisputed facts and legal issues. In the future, the board will likely have a mediation questionnaire, which includes the information that is required by the commissioner. Now, we'll cover the steps that each party will follow to submit their mediation statement. You will begin on the Request tab of the Appeal Summary or WCAB Petition Summary. Then, select the Mediation link in the Request History grid. This will navigate to the Mediation Summary. Next, scroll down to the Mediation Statements Details section. Press the Submit Mediation Statement button, and this will cause a document pop-up window to display, as seen on the right side of the screen. Press the Upload button to select the mediation statement file that you have prepared. And once the document has been selected, press the Upload button. The mediation statement will then display in the grid. If you wish to review the mediation statement which you uploaded, press the View icon. Please be aware, the uploaded mediation statement can only be viewed by necessary WCAB staff. Opposing parties will not be able to view any other party's mediation statement. Now we'll provide a demonstration to walk through the steps of how to upload a mediation statement. In order to submit your mediation statement, you'll begin on the Appeal Case Summary or the WCAB Petition Summary, and you'll want to start on the Request tab. Select the Mediation link, and then you'll be navigated to the Mediation Summary. Scroll down and press the Submit Mediation Statement button. Press the Upload button. Select the mediation statement document that you've created and press the Open button. Then press the Upload button. Once uploaded, the mediation statement will display within the grid. The two processes that need to be completed in WCAIS include requesting a mediation and submitting mediation statements. Now we'll cover a few additional correspondences and possible outcomes about which attorneys and law firms should be aware. Parties will have up to 30 days to submit their mediation statements. If a party has not submitted their statement by the time 20 days has passed since the request was approved, they will receive a second request for mediation statements correspondence as a reminder. Once all mediation statements are submitted, WCAB staff will schedule the mediation. Parties will receive a correspondence indicating the date and time of the mediation. Mediations may be held in person or electronically. If the mediation is being held in person, an address will be included. If the mediation is electronic, parties will receive a mediation link either by email or mail. Next, once the mediation is complete, on the mediation summary, the outcome and status of the mediation will display in the mediation details section. As a note, if the mediation does not result in a resolution of all issues, the case will return to the normal appeal or petition process. Lastly, if the initial mediation request was rejected by WCAB staff, the outcome of the mediation will display as denied on the Request tab of the Appeal or WCAB Summary. By selecting the mediation link, the Mediation Summary will display. And here, under the Rejected Mediation section, the reason that WCAB staff rejected the request can be viewed. If a mediation is rejected, no mediation statements will be able to be uploaded. Thank you for listening to this training. Should you have any additional questions, please contact the Appeal Board.